This is not a story of Lord Lugard's era. It is a story of my growing up years close by. Just yesterday. Just in the 70s and 80s. Years of pride and value. Years of great communal bonding and fun. My name is Blackwell Amah. With nostalgia, I recall my growing up days in Coal City, Enugu. The name Coal City was derived from two major coal mines in Enugu then. Onyama Mine and Eva Valley Mine, which then was majorly meant for mining coal, situated in the northern part of Enugu, bordering Ngwo area under Udi local government. I grew up in GRA, Enugu, with my parents in an area reserved for junior police officers. Father was a young police officer whose call to duty usually took him to various places and locations on official missions. But we remained in Enugu, growing up and mingling together with Nigerians from all walks of life, just like any growing child. We will fly kites, build mud and sand houses, play daddy and mommy games, police and thief games as well, visit our friends at the military barracks at 82 Div, trek from GRA to Obiago, to Wani, to New Layout, New Haven, Abani Road, and few other places, enjoying masquerade displays like Okomas, the Agabas, the Ojonos, and all that. Oh, what a beauty to behold. It was a life of communal bonding. I attended a cool primary school. I had friends in other schools like the Apokwa Primary School, which was situated at the 82 Div in the barracks. Owani, call them town, Trans Ekulu, and a host of others. We had Hausas, Igbos, Idomas, Fulanis living amongst us. As a matter of fact, we knew no difference then. The Yorubas amongst us could speak Igbo fluently, even the Hausas too. Conveniently, spiced with idioms and proverbs. Those were the days when we lived as Nigerians and not as Northerners, Easterners and Westerners. Those were years when it was near impossible to discriminate on the basis of race and religion. We lived together as brothers. I remember my primary school days. There was this particular book, my favorite, Ilesanmi Social Studies, for Nigerian primary schools, which I call the Introduction to Nigerian History. It taught us values, cultures, custom and tradition of Nigeria and Nigerians, and extolled our strength of unity in diversity. I wonder if such books still exist or is still used in schools these days. I wonder if those values of yesteryears are still imbibed in our youth today. Those values that made us to not only be proud of our common heritage, but to carry the Nigerian flag with pride while we wave at our passing leaders, Nnamdi Azikiwe, K.O. Mbadiwe, the Awolowos, Jinwobodo, Waziris, and a whole lot of others, eminent leaders. How can I tell tales of my growing up years in Enugu without mentioning the famous Polo field? You can't grow up in Enugu and not know the Polo field. The Polo field served as a major convergence of both the old and young in Enugu, apart from the fact Polo is played there. It's also a recreational center with a lot of greens and recreational facilities. Mango trees are abound, fruits of different species, giant wheels, merry-go-round, swings, and other games with different food vendors for our nutrition needs. Major historic days like Children's Day, May 27th, Independence Day, October 1st, and International Year of the Child saw pupils from various schools, from GRA to New Haven, from Owani to Obiago, from Abanike to Abani Road, all converging at the Polo Field for parades with our well-ironed school uniforms, clutching the Nigerian flag close to our chests, waving it at will in deference to our loyalty to our nation. And later in the day, we'll come back for novelty matches, great moments, nostalgic feelings. What do we have at Polo Field today? A shopping complex. We have lost great monuments of tourism value, a part of our cherished heritage that we. In those days, some of us were members of the Boys Brigade, Boy Scouts, and Ladies Girl Guide, and brand new, saddled with the responsibility of traffic and crowd control. Way back before the emergence of man o' war, we were like the law enforcement agents. A great opportunity to show off with our berets, clean and well-starched uniform, with a twine rope and whistle at the tail end of the twine. Just imagine the shine in a town where we had few cars, no tricycles, few bicycles, with planned houses and less bullies on our roads. I recall with nostalgia our visit to zoo, golf course, which hosted various international golf tournaments. Back then, the museum at Ogui Junction, the Enugu Airport, Dogbete Market, Artisan, Keyeta and the New Market. The delicacies, don't forget, Okpa, Abacha, Oba, and many more. The railway, a major source of transportation linking the east and the north. Oh, life was good back in the days. So much things to say about Enugu. Those days when we would go fishing, go hunting for birds and small animals, go biking without fear of kidnapping or molestation. Those adventures remain evergreen in our memory. Can our children today embark on such expedition without fear? Can they ever be free to even move around in the neighborhood inhabited by the dangers lurking around? Sad. While it's saying we were free to move about and take our decisions, we did not lose the import of our cultural values. You must greet the elderly. You must respect the elderly. I wish our children today can have a little taste of what and how we grew up doing it. My interest in radio and television grew when I joined the Tortoise Club, the Twinkle Club, and the Junior Opinion Club back then at NTV Enugu, now known as NTA Enugu Channel 8. God bless Mrs. Izora, wherever she is today. She taught us poems, songs, dramas, literature, how to appear on cameras as a kid, and built that confidence needed to face the vagaries of life in us. She got us engaged in youth programs and educational programs that helped shape our lives. Today, I look back with mixed feelings. Can those glorious days ever come back? Can those days when we knew not the difference between races and religion come back? Is the system not so bastardized to an irredeemable point? Is it still fun and pride to see our leaders pass by and accord them their due respect? Hope is what I clinged on. I refuse to join others in saying there was a country. I still say there is a country. A country where no signs of hatred, no discrimination, no undue advantage of race, no favoritism. Yes, we can achieve it. We can still be in our element and see chorus. Nigeria will hail thee. We can make the great leaps that will make the great difference in the lives of our youths. We can do it. We can change the narrative. When there is a will, there is a way. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that in our own little space, we strive to do the right things for the common benefits of all. I therefore join Sir Shemore Badejo in this determined drive towards a greater and more promising future for not only our youths, but for us too. Thank you.